Students did share with me their spreadsheets that they were putting together as they were dealing with this simulation. And I want to take a look at a couple of student submissions here. Here's one that did not go particularly well. The group really focused on very small angles between 3 and 7 degrees. And wound up getting pretty consistent results, but for a reason that I figured out later, they didn't go beyond that range. And the reason was that in the handout there was a suggestion that to get started you might want to start with a small angle somewhere between 3 and 7 degrees. And they stayed in that mode for the entire time and really didn't get very far because their data set was limited. Here's a team that did pretty well. You can see they have a graph down here for the parallel force. They've got tabs down here, activity A and activity B, and a reasonable range of angles. And they went through and kind of worked their way across the spreadsheet to kind of collect information, and then assembled the angle and the resulting parallel forces here in order to make this graph. Which sort of hints at sort of a sine function, but there's a lot of missing data in here and a little bit of inconsistency here. Things really fell apart for them though when they went to activity B and they went to figure out the normal force. Same strategy, same structure, but you can see the resulting graph they had looks like random data. So whatever happened here did not lead to the kind of success that they saw in activity A. Activity B was real kind of messy, and some of the cumbersome and clumsy aspects of the simulation led to this. One team out of both sections really kind of nailed it. I won't spend much time right here, but I will show you chart number 1, which is their parallel force graph, and then chart number 2 for their normal force graph, which show respectively the sine and cosine type function. I don't know if they necessarily were able to derive those functions from these shapes, but they certainly got further than anyone else. So there were possibilities for success here. It was just very limited.